how do we find coordinates? Well, we have to use something called the xy plane, or the coordinate plane, and we also need a couple of numbers to tell us information. Take a look at this ordered pair. The red number, 2 in this case, is the x-coordinate, and 5, the green number, is the y-coordinate. Again, to plot this, we need to use a coordinate plane or an xy plane. Let's start with plotting the x-coordinate. Starting at the origin, we're going to go 2 over to the right. So, 1, 2. We know that our point is somewhere on this line where x equals 2. Next, we have to plot the y-coordinate. Starting at 2 this time, since we've already shifted for the x, we're going to count up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thus, our spot for this coordinate is right here at the point 2, 5. So, what if our numbers are negative, or in this case, what if our coordinates are negative? Much like we move to the right for the x-coordinate when we have a positive number, instead, we're going to move to the left. You can always think of it as, if the number is negative, you move in the opposite direction. So, again, we work with the x-coordinate first. Starting at the origin, I'm going to move 2 to the left, back to negative 2. 1, 2. Then, we're going to do our y-coordinate, which we can see is also negative. So instead of going up on the y, we're going to go down, and we're going to count down 3. 1, 2, 3. This gives us our coordinate of negative 2, negative 3. Suppose we have multiple points to plot. In this case, we have 3. Start with one point and don't move on until you're finished plotting it. I'm going to start with the first one, 1, 4. So, at the origin, I'm going to move to the right 1 because the x value is positive, and then I'm going to move up 4 because the y value is also positive. 2, 3, and 4. This gives us our point at 1, 4. Then you can plot the next point, which we're going to make green. The x value is negative, so instead of going to the right to start, we're going to go the opposite direction and go left. 2 spots. 2. The y value is positive in this case, so we're going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3. And for our final coordinate, again, we start back at the origin. The x value in this case is positive, so we're going to go to the right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our y value is negative, so we're going to go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this gives us all 3 coordinate plane spots. We can get rid of our counting marks because those aren't actually the points we want. And there we have how to plot 3 different points. Suppose one of our coordinates equals 0. It's actually easier to plot than you think. For our first point, we're going to work with 0, 4. 0 is our x-coordinate in this case. So starting at the origin, we're actually not going to move. If we were to move to the right, this would show an increase in the x-coordinate, or to the left, it would show a decrease in the x-coordinate, neither of which we have. Since it equals 0, we stay at the origin. Our y-coordinate in this case equals 4, so to reflect that, we will move up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that would be how to plot the point 0, 4. I'm going to erase my counting marks because, again, counting marks are not actual points that we use. We do the same thing for the other point, negative 2, 0. Our x-coordinate is negative 2, so starting at the origin, we're going to move to the left 2 because the value is negative. 1, 2. Our y-coordinate is 0, So we're not going to move up or down because that would show an increase or decrease in the value. This would then be our point. And again, we will erase our counting marks because those are not the actual points.